Hi YouTube, I'm recording live on stream right now. We have some patch notes to share. Patch 1.3.2. Uber unique crafting is coming, so they've already teased this a while ago. I made a little update on that, where Adam Fletcher posted you should hold on to your Uber uniques, and here we are. So there's a huge developers note, basically saying that they want to make it easier, and they've increased the drop rates. We don't know exactly what that means. It just says the drop rates of Uber unique items has been increased outside of Uber Duriel encounters. So this could mean anything, literally. If you want to have any perspective, right now the drop weight of Uber uniques is 1. And I think of like the rare uniques, it's like 400,000. And then the more common ones are like 600,000 and 800,000. So they're literally hundreds of thousand times more rare than other uniques currently. This is why you never find them. So I guess the idea here is that they are actually buffed by a factor of, thousands, so that you can actually have a realistic chance of finding one. But who knows? We'll see after the patch. But what is more interesting probably is this part here. So there's going to be a new resource that you can salvage your Uber uniques into. So this is something that I kind of like figured would happen already. Personally, I find this to be just a kind of like a band-aid solution, and I sincerely hope that long term we're going to get better ways of acquiring Ubers. For example, high tier dungeons, high tier content, more bosses, like the loot tables are spread out a bit more and you can actually target them a bit better. But for now, this is what you're going to get. So you can salvage Uber uniques into Resplendent Sparks, and you can bring 5 Resplendent Sparks to the Alchemist and then craft whichever Uber unique you want. So I've just been discussing this a bit of chat. Yeah, some people think that this is too costly. Personally, I think this is a really fair system. I just got a bit of like napkin math here. It takes roughly half an hour to grind a Duriel set, so it takes around an hour to grind 2 Duriel sets. You can multiply that by times 4 in a rota, so you can do something like 8, maybe even up to 10 Duriels per hour. It takes roughly 50 Duriels to find 1 Uber unique. So if you are an efficient player, I think you're looking at something like a grind of between 40 to 50 hours to get 5 random Uber unique drops on average. So of course people can get unlucky, some people can get lucky, but with the current drop rates, this seems to be like a fairly fair system. So even if you don't get the desired Uber unique in those 5 drops, you can take all of them to this blacksmith and then get whatever you want. Of course, some people might be slower or unlucky, and this still doesn't solve the solo player issue. Unless this becomes really powerful here. But at least there is a path forward for people that get really unlucky, which I think is a fairly fair solution. So yeah, it will mean that casuals will still most likely not really see the Uber unique they want, but maybe they will see some of them. And for at least blasters that want to put in a few dozen hours or so, or maybe up to 100 hours in a season to farm Duriel, etc., you have a very good chance, nearly guaranteed at some point, if you're looking at like 100 hours, for example, to actually get it. So that's kind of a good system, I guess, at least for now. Let's hope they're going to improve that though. But yeah, I guess there's like mixed opinions on that, but this is my opinion. I think this is a very fair system for what we got right now. Ultimately, I don't want to farm Duriel 1,000 times every season though. Outside of this, there's not really too much in this patch. Bunch of bug fixes here, nothing crazy. One thing that stands out is the advanced rapid fire fix. So for the rogues, you can rejoice. You can now use advanced rapid fire again. In case you didn't know, this turned off the critical strike buff from precision. So you're actively gimping your character if you use this. But now this is actually the choice again. Not really much else in there. Just, a bunch of like other like random fixes and stuff like that. But this kind of sums up the patch. This is coming on Tuesday, 13th of February. So yeah, basically next week on a typical patch day. So this is when you can go to the Alchemist. Do not salvage your items just yet. Just saying. And that's also it for this patch here. So I'm going to have this link in the description if you want to read up on all the details. Otherwise, hope you enjoyed this little clip here and see you guys next time.